Have you ever left a conversation just feeling completely scrambled, like you're not sure which way is up anymore? Well, today we're pulling back the curtain on a really tricky form of manipulation called gaslighting. We're going to break down what it is, how you can spot it, and most importantly, how to get your feet back on solid ground. Oof. Does that one sound familiar? It's such a classic line, isn't it? It's designed to make you instantly doubt yourself and your feelings. This isn't just someone disagreeing with you. It's them telling you that your entire emotional response is wrong. You know that feeling, right? That intense, dizzying confusion where you start thinking, wait, did that really happen? Am I just making a big deal out of nothing? Am I too sensitive? That feeling right there, that's the heart of what we're talking about today. Okay, so let's give that unsettling, disorienting experience a name. Let's really dig into what's going on under the surface when you start to feel like you're the crazy one. So here it is, the textbook definition. Gaslighting is a deliberate tactic. Its entire purpose is to make you question your own reality, your own mind. Think of it like someone planting little seeds of doubt over and over until you stop trusting yourself and start relying only on their version of events. It's all about control. Now, it's really, really important to know the difference between gaslighting and just a regular old argument. The key difference, the big one, is intent. You see, in a healthy conflict, both people are trying to get to some kind of understanding. They want to resolve things. With gaslighting, the goal is control, pure and simple. One builds you up, the other is designed to tear you down. And here's the thing about gaslighting. It's not random. It actually follows a pretty predictable script. There's a playbook. And once you see it, you really can't unsee it. These right here are 6 of the main tactics in that playbook. A gaslighter might use them one at a time, or they might throw a few at you at once. But no matter the combination, the goal is always the same: to confuse you and to control you. Let's look at what these actually sound like. The classic. This is called trivializing. They say something that hurts you, and when you react, they flip it. Suddenly, your valid feelings are dismissed as you just not having a sense of humor. The problem isn't what they said, you see, it's that you can't take a joke. And then there's this one, just outright denial. This is maybe one of the most powerful and honestly crazy-making tactics because it's a direct attack on your memory. When someone you trust looks you in the eye and insists something you know happened, didn't, it can truly make you question everything. Here we go, blame shifting 101. With this move, the gaslighter completely avoids taking any responsibility. Why did they yell? Because you made them mad. Why did they do that thing? Because of something you did. The spotlight is immediately shifted from their bad behavior onto you. This tactic is called countering. Instead of actually talking about the issue at hand, the manipulator just attacks your credibility. By calling you crazy or too emotional, they're basically trying to disqualify you from the conversation altogether. If you're crazy, then nothing you say can be valid, right? So you can imagine being on the receiving end of these tactics day in and day out takes a serious toll. This isn't just about a few bad arguments. It's a slow, corrosive pattern that can completely eat away at your sense of who you are. So let's talk about that long-term impact. Psychotherapist Robin Stern, who literally wrote the book on this, calls it the gaslight effect. And she says people who experience it often go through 3 stages. First up is disbelief. You hear some outrageous comment and you just think, whoa, that was weird, but you brush it off. Then comes defense, where you're constantly trying to prove your point, prove your reality. And finally, if it goes on long enough, you hit depression. You're just worn down, you're exhausted, and you start to believe that maybe their version of reality is the right one. It's so critical to recognize these signs in yourself. Do you find that you're always second-guessing even simple decisions? Are you constantly apologizing for things? Do you just have this gut feeling that something is deeply wrong but you can't put your finger on it? That is what sustained gaslighting does. It chips away at your confidence and your joy until you barely recognize yourself. Okay, recognizing the game is the huge first step, but responding to it, that's how you take your power back. And remember, this is not about winning an argument. It's about protecting your own sanity. One really effective technique you can use is called the gray rock response, and it's exactly what it sounds like. You become as boring as a gray rock. You give short, uninteresting, factual answers. You don't get emotional, you don't defend yourself. A manipulator thrives on drama and getting a reaction out of you. When you give them nothing, you become a really unappealing target. Just remember, this is a tool for specific situations, and your safety should always, always come first. The whole key here is to refuse to get sucked into their reality-bending vortex. You don't need them to agree with you. You don't need to convince them of anything. All you have to do is trust your gut, state your perspective clearly and calmly, and then just walk away from the pointless circular argument. Here's a phrase you can literally just put in your back pocket. Please don't question my ability to think rationally. See, it doesn't argue with them. It just draws a boundary on how you will be treated. It's a calm way of saying, I see what you're doing, and I'm not playing this game. And here's another one. Notice it doesn't say, you're wrong or you're lying. It just says, we remember this differently. You are simply affirming your reality. You don't need their permission or their agreement for your experience to be valid. This is how you start to take your power back, one sentence at a time. And that, really, is the most important question. Knowing all of this isn't just an intellectual exercise. It's a toolkit for your own mental well-being. Once you know the plays, you can choose not to get on the field. And that's how you finally step out of the fog of confusion and back into the clarity of your own reality.